Hello everybody and welcome back to the Disney Bartender. If you're new here, welcome. I am making a cocktail inspired by every Disney movie, well, animated first. And today we are making the Fun and Fancy Lemon Drop. I'm very excited for today's video because, as you probably guessed, we are doing Fun and Fancy Free today. And this is actually my first time seeing this movie. Like a lot of the package films, I have never seen them before. And I really enjoyed Fun and Fancy Free. It was so lighthearted and full of spirit. I did find the dinner party a little bit strange, but I guess different times. And I'm also very excited because lemon drops are one of my most favorite cocktails in the world. And I'll explain why I decided to go with the lemon drop once we get to the cocktail portion. But first, to tell you a little bit about Fun and Fancy Free. So it was released September 27th, 1947, directed by Jack Kinney, Bill Roberts, Hamilton Lusk, and William Morgan. Story by Homer Brightman, Eldon Dedini, Lance Nolly, Tom Oreb, Harry Reeves, and Ted Sears, and produced by Walt Disney. Of course, a lot of the names that we've heard over the past few videos, the same ones. This one had actually a lot of really fun facts. So this movie was the last time that Walt Disney voiced Mickey Mouse in a feature-length film. He did reprise the role one more time for the intro to the Mouse Club, or Mickey Mouse Club. Wait, what is it? So he reprised the role of Mickey Mouse for that, but this is his last time doing it for a film, which is kind of sad, but he said he was too busy with other projects to be able to continue doing the voice, which makes a lot of sense because this is when things started to get a little bit busy for the Disney company. Okay, it's a package film, which if you don't know, if you didn't see the other videos, package films were made during World War II because it was a way to save money on larger feature film projects, and basically it was just them scrapping together ideas that they had originally intended to be full-length films or shorts that they just put together for these package films, and Fun and Fancy Free was one of them. And actually both of the shorts, or I guess they're called shorts, both of the stories in this film were intended to be their own feature-length films. So Bongo, the Mickey and the Beanstalk were both intended to be their own feature-length films. And it's actually really interesting because Bongo was originally going to be part of Dumbo, like it was going to be like a sequel to Dumbo, and then they just ended up doing their own thing. And Mickey and the Beanstalk was actually really important because at this time, Mickey Mouse, I hope that you can't hear that. Of course, they've been lawn mowing for the past 2 hours. Why stop now, right? But at this time, Mickey Mouse was losing a lot of popularity, and there were a lot of characters more popular than him, like Donald Duck and Porky Pig. So this was really important for the Walt Disney Company to try to regain some popularity for Mickey Mouse. So very interesting fun facts. From the full-length version of Mickey and the Beanstalk, there were 2 scenes that were ultimately cut. So that was Mickey receiving the beans. So in the first edition version, I guess, he stumbles upon Gideon and Honest John from Pinocchio, and they con him into giving them his cow in exchange for the magic beans. And in another edition, Mickey gives the cow to the queen, who's played by Minnie Mouse, in exchange for the beans. Well, not in exchange, but she then bestows the beans to him as a gift. I really like this. I think it's so sweet, but ultimately for a time they ended up cutting these, and Mickey just magically has the beans, like he just comes home with the beans. So yeah, that would have been a cool touch, but I understand why they had to cut it. Jiminy Cricket's song, I'm a Happy-Go-Lucky Fellow, was originally written for Pinocchio, but it was cut from the movie, so they got to reuse it for this movie with the original voice of Jiminy Cricket's Cliff Edwards playing him again in this movie. Oh, Billy Gilbert, who voiced Willie the Giant, also voiced Sneezy in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which is why they wanted to give him that big sneeze to reprise that role, because it was said that when he walked into Walt Disney's office to audition, I don't know if this is a true story or to meet Walt Disney or whatever, that he sneezed and Walt Disney was like, we have to use that in a movie. So who knows if that's true, but I guess that's what it is. Now getting into our cocktail today. So for this cocktail, you're going to need vodka. The reason why I chose New Amsterdam is because it's a California vodka, which I'm gonna get into in a little bit in a second, but the story takes place in California, so I really wanted to get a California vodka. New Amsterdam was an easy and cheap one, and it's becoming very much more popular now that Barstool is like their sponsor. I do recommend a citron vodka more than like a regular vodka for a lemon drop, or Deep Eddies is a really good like lemon vodka, but New Amsterdam surprisingly didn't have citron, which I found a little bit strange because they they have like pineapple, coconut, mango, like all kinds of flavors, but you know, it is what it is. You're also gonna need simple syrup, lemon juice, triple sec, and a sour mix. You're also gonna need for the garnish, edible glitter, which I bought from Amazon, gold edible glitter. This is from the company Sweets Indeed. You're also gonna need, I highly recommend jelly beans, obviously for the bean theme, but because they only sold huge bags at Publix, I got Tic Tacs instead for my garnish, but I would definitely suggest jelly beans would work better, and sugar to garnish the rim. Oh, and a lemon, I forgot my lemon. So lemon drops, if you didn't watch Fun and Fancy Free, so this movie primarily takes place in California. It's where Jiminy Cricket is, it's where the people that are telling the story at the party are. I don't remember all of their names. And at the end of the movie, Willie the Giant is walking through Hollywood. He even grabs the hat from the Hollywood Brown Derby. And my mind started working because I was like, what should I do? First off, we have the beans from Mickey and the Beanstalk. So I'm like, should I do Sambuca, which I absolutely hate Sambuca with a burning passion. Should I do espresso vodka? But I'm using espresso vodka for another video this year, so stay tuned. And I was like, well, what else am I gonna do? There's also a scene where Goofy is jumping on Jello when they're in the Giant's house. So I was like, maybe I should do some Jello shots. Ultimately, I just did not like any of those ideas. So I started looking up drinks that were originated in California, and I found out that the lemon drop was made in California, and also the apple martini. So I had a hard time deciding if I wanted to do like a golden apple martini or a lemon drop, or if I wanted to do the grapefruit cocktail from the Hollywood Brown Derby, because obviously it's featured in the movie. Ultimately, I decided on lemon drop because I wanted to do the yellow and the gold for the golden harp, who's a huge part of the second story, and here we are. I did want to kind of incorporate bongo, but that was kind of difficult to do when I already did the Dumbo drink. So this is the drink that I decided to come up with, and I hope that you guys like it because I love lemon drops. So really quickly about lemon drops, they were invented in the 70s by Norman J. Hobday, who founded Henry Africa's Bar in San Francisco, California. So that's that. Let's go ahead and start making this cocktail. I forgot to grab my jigger. This is literally like one of my most favorite drinks of all time. I get these all the time, either as shots or as martinis, most usually martinis because they're just so good, and like almost every bartender knows how to make them. Although strangely enough, I did order one yesterday and it came in a glass with ice, which I was like, this is not really a martini. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill my shaker with ice. All that you need is 2 ounces of vodka. You could of course do these as shots as well. If you're having a party and you want to do fun and fancy lemon drop shots, you could totally do that. I would just half these portions, maybe even like quarter these portions, because this is gonna give you like a decent sized drink. So you can just make this into a smaller scale if you want to do the shots, and that would actually be really cute because you could do the same garnish and it would look absolutely adorable. I also just realized that I forgot to say that you're gonna need black icing as well because I keep forgetting about my garnish. Okay, so after 2 ounces of vodka, you are going to need 1 ounce of triple sec. All right, then after that, you are going to need lemon juice. So I just have to open this because I just bought it today. But I would say, okay, this is tricky now because when I'm bartending, I don't measure it. I would say probably 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. I just do like a huge squeeze whenever I make lemon drops. Okay, then you're going to need simple syrup. I would say about 1 ounce of simple syrup. And of course, this is all to taste. So if you want it a little sweeter, if you want it a little more sour, you know, you can adjust your simple syrup and lemon juice ratios. And then sour mix. This isn't really necessary for a lemon drop, but I think it adds a nice little extra bit of flavor to have a tiny bit of lime. So I just do like a squirt of that. I would say that's probably about like 1 ounce and that's probably about 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce. Okay, now we're the edible glitter, and honestly, I'm not sure how much we're gonna use here. I'm kind of winging it with you guys today. And let's see if I can even get it open. Okay, whew, arm day today. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so gorgeous. I can't wait to use it for other videos. That's just one of the things that I love about bartending and making cocktails is you can be so creative with it, and there's just like so many possibilities, and I really love it so much. Okay, I'm just gonna wing it. I think that was way too much, but I don't even care because it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. I would say I probably dropped about 1/2 teaspoon in there, which is probably a lot. We're about to find out, and let's shake this bad boy up. I'm so excited to see the color. Oh yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Okay, before we pour it out into the glass, we're gonna go ahead and do our garnish. So the Tic Tacs or the jelly beans, if you have jelly beans, I'm just gonna pull out a few, probably like the orange and yellow ones. And I'm just gonna go ahead and coat those in the gold glitter as well. Now, of course, as I'm sure you probably like guessed, the gold is for the golden harp and the beans are for the magic beans. And let's go ahead and roll these bad boys around. Oh man, this is gonna get my fingers covered in glitter. Oh, they look so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm literally obsessed. Okay, yeah, the yellow definitely works the best. I do think Jelly Belly has like goldish colored jelly beans as well if you wanted to use those without using up your edible glitter. But this stuff wasn't too expensive. I'm trying to think. I'll put like on the screen how much I paid for this stuff, but I believe it was less than $10 and there's like a ton in here. So I definitely think I'll be able to use it again in the future. Okay, I've got my magic beans covered as well as my fingers. And now we're gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna cut my lemon up first, actually. So go ahead and slice your lemon. You're gonna wanna make it into like a long-wise slice, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try to pick the prettiest one. Okay, so like this. And then, which we have done in a few other videos, you're going to take your black icing and you are going to draw on some music notes. And this just represents like all the music throughout the film, especially like Jiminy Cricket's song. And we're gonna hope for the best that it stays on the lemon. Oh no, I poured these into juice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my music notes and hope for the best that they stay on here. It's really hard to do because this lemon is like super juicy, obviously, but I just thought it would add a nice touch. Ta-da! So you can see my little music notes. There's an area I left open. I'm gonna go ahead and slice it down to make room for where the glass is gonna go. So I'm gonna slice it that way. And then for the actual rim itself, we're gonna do a half a rim of sugar. This is like traditional lemon drops have a sugar rim, so that's why I just wanted to include the sugar rim. And then do I want to dirty a plate for this? Yeah, I might as well. You can use anything to make your rim a little bit sticky. You can use simple syrup. You can use the lemon like I just did. You can use lemon juice, lime juice, but you just need it to get a little bit sticky so you can do your sugar rim. And then on that sugar rim, I'm gonna go ahead and put the lemon. Oh my gosh, it's looking so flipping cute already. I'm gonna give this one more good shake. And let's go ahead and top her off. I'm literally in love with this drink right now. You could not find a drink that's more me. I'm gonna put the beans, I think they're gonna sink. Yeah, they do sink, but they look cool at the bottom and it's a nice little surprise for your guest. But oh my gosh, we did it. The fun and fancy lemon drop. Thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed learning how to make this beautiful drink. I really enjoyed doing this one. I've never seen Melody Time, which is the next one, so that's gonna be interesting. But then we have a couple of fun ones for the last videos of the year, so I hope that you enjoy. But anyway, please be sure to drink responsibly and cheers!